Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about the recovery options that you have available to you in Windows. So if your computer is acting strange, not booting correctly, crashing, whatever other kind of problem you might run into, you could try some of these recovery options. And then of course there's always the reinstall option, which is included in there if you can't fix it using any of the other methods. Alright, so to get to these options we're going to go to the Windows settings. Then under System, we have Recovery. So there's a few options here. So there's a Fix Problems Without Resetting Your PC. This says it could take a while, so if you click on that, we have some troubleshooters. And then you have an option here to decide what happens with these troubleshooters, if they will run automatically or not when you encounter a problem. So the default is Ask Me Before Running. Then you have a history of your recommended troubleshooters that you've ran. And then we have the other troubleshooters. So if you're having problems with one of these particular components here of Windows, you could try this. So let's say you can't get a network or internet connection. You could run the network and internet troubleshooter. So this says it's fine because we're connected. And then you have some options here for drop down if you had multiple devices. Then we have some network tests you could run. Restart the Ethernet adapter. Check the Ethernet cable, which obviously you're going to have to do. And it just gives you some other options here to restart your modem, restart your PC, and so on. So if we click on Run Network Tests, then it only gives us the option to restart the adapter. So these are kind of outdated, and I believe Microsoft is actually going to be getting rid of these at some point. So these may or may not be too handy, but you could see which ones actually do something in case you need to use them. Okay, then we have the Fix Problems Using Windows Update. So reinstall your current version of Windows, your apps, files, and settings will be preserved. So if you click on that, we'll repair components and system files. And if a repair solution is available, we'll attempt to fix system component corruption by reinstalling the current version of Windows. Your apps, documents, and settings will be preserved. And then you could click on OK to go through that process. So even though it says it's going to keep your documents, I would always do a backup before running anything like this, because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, then we have the Reset This PC option, which is similar. So you could choose to keep or remove your personal files, then reinstall Windows. So if you click on Reset This PC, you could keep your files. It'll remove all your apps and settings, but keep your personal files. So this is different than the other option, which says it will keep your apps and your settings and files. So this will just keep your settings. So if you want to do more of a clean reset, then you'd want to come here and do this. And then of course you have the option to remove everything if you want to do more of a fresh installation. So let's just kind of click the next step here. All right, so we have two options here, the cloud download and local reinstall. So for the cloud download, the only real difference is it will download new files from Microsoft compared to this where it will reinstall Windows from the files already on your computers. So if you'd rather get some new files rather than reuse the old ones, then you could do this one. Just keep in mind it's going to take a lot longer to do that. And another thing to keep in mind too is it'll still keep you at the same version. So let's say you're on 23H2 and you do the cloud download, it's not going to upgrade you to 24H2, for example. It's going to still keep you at the current version of Windows. Okay, let's cancel this. All right, and then we have the advanced startup. So this will restart your device to change startup settings, including starting from a disk or USB device. So if you click Restart Now, it'll take you into those settings. So let's do that. Okay, so you can see we have some other menu options here. So if you change your mind, you could just exit and continue back into Windows, turn off your computer. If you have a USB device with some kind of recovery software on it, you could do that and have it boot from that and start some kind of process there to repair your computer. And then finally we have the troubleshooting options, which is what you're most likely going to use. Okay, so we have the Reset This PC option, which is the same one we saw while we were in Windows. You could just do it from here as well. And then we have advanced options. So if your computer is not starting properly, you could try the startup repair to see if it could fix that. Startup settings, change Windows startup behavior. So this will let you boot into safe mode. Pretty much, they just don't call it safe mode, except for right there. You could go to a command prompt, so if you have some specific commands that you're going to try to fix a problem, you could do it from there. Have it uninstall recently installed updates, just in case that's causing your problem. And this is a little more drastic. Change your UEFI firmware settings. You're probably not going to want to do this. And then we have System Restore. So if you have System Restore enabled on your computer and it's making restore points, and you have a restore point that was before you started having problems, this is a great way just to go ahead and take care of the problem by using System Restore to restore back to that point in time when things were working, and then carry on from there. And if you click on See More Recovery Options, if you have a system backup image that you've created, then you could restore it from here. And then this will just take you back to the previous screen. And then you could go back here if you like, go back again, and then go back into Windows if needed. All right, so once again, go to your Windows settings, then under System, find Recovery, and then you'll have your various options here, and then you could try one of these to hopefully get you up and running.